Indonesia, Sinteyong disebut sebagai sosok ajaib setelah Indonesia berhasil.
I can do those basics. No one can deny this.
Welcome back to Sportcast, the podcast where we dive deep into everything about sports. I'm Fazalea.
And I'm Alinda. Today we have a super hot topic that has been shaking the entire football world in Indonesia.
That's right. Our national team was on a steady rise. And just when we thought things were getting better, boom! Our beloved coach, Shin Tae-yong, was suddenly dismissed.
No worry, no reason. Just like that, it shocked fans, players, and honestly the entire football community.
And today, we're going to break it all down. His achievements, his bond with the players, the controversies, and of course, the new coach stepping in, Patrick Kluivert. What does this mean for the future of Indonesian football?
To help us analyze and share their perspective, we have two special guests today. First, we have Arisma, a decided Sinteyong's fan, who is here to defend her favorite coach.
What are you doing, Risma?
Is it okay? Yes, okay. So, I have a lot to say about this injustice.
And the other side, we have Radit, our sport analyst, representing the general public's point of view. He'll give us a more neutral take on what's happening.
Yes, I mean, I'll just see to both sides. Let's see where discussion goes.
So let's welcome our two special guest stars, Risma and Radit. I heard that Risma is very active on the TikTok platform as a fan of the national team, especially Coach Shin Tae-yong.
Really, I'm confused about what to answer because I'm not that famous. But in terms of being active on social media, you both say that I'm very active because this is my passion and I learn income from it.
Wow, that's really cool, because a hobby can make money. By the way, you are placed on my For You page on TikTok with the number of likes for your video reaching 1 million.
That's really true, Ali. And the next question is for our guest star, Radit. So, what activities have you been up to lately?
As is my usual habit, which is certainly closely related to the world of football. My daily life usually review match and dissects the progress of football match.
Okay, so done for Radit. Alright, buckle up everyone. It is going to be an intense discussion. Let's get started.
Before we get into the details, let's start with our guest. How did you feel when you first heard the news?
Honestly, I was devastated. Shin Tae-yong, then from our national team, this makes no sense. This news come out really suddenly. Also wondering what's wrong with Shin Tae-yong.
Of course, I was surprised because Sinteyong has signed an extension contract, but this decision has already happened. We also don't know anything about it, and maybe the SSC has in our vision for firing SDA. We just don't know it, and we sought to support SSC decision.
Yeah, I was shocked too, as we have seen from several articles aside and also statements from Shin Tae-yong directly through
Pelatih Timnas Indonesia Sinteyong disebut sebagai sosok ajaib setelah Indonesia berhasil menaklukkan Korea Selatan di babak perempat final Piala Asia U23. Berkat tangan dingin Sinteyong, pasukan Garuda lolos ke babak semifinal Piala Asia U23 untuk pertama kalinya dalam sejarah. Di negara asalnya Korea Selatan, Sinteyong juga mendapat perhatian cukup besar terutama usai laga antara Indonesia versus Korea Selatan di Piala Asia U23. Kehadiran Sinteyong di bangku pelatihan Timnas U23 terbukti memberikan perbedaan terhadap cara bermain Timnas Indonesia. Hal ini karena Sinteyong dianggap paham betul tentang taktik dan cara bermain dari tim Korea Selatan. Sinteyong lahir di Yeongdok, Gyeongbuk, Korea Selatan pada 11 Oktober 1970. Sinteyong mengaku mulai gemar bermain sepak bola sejak kelas 3 sekolah dasar. Sinteyong terus mengasah kemampuannya hingga akhirnya menjadikan sepak bola sebagai profesi utamanya dengan masuk ke tim Songnam FC. Songnam menjadi satu-satunya klub sepak bola Korea Selatan yang dibela Sinteyong sejak 1992 hingga 2004. Sepanjang karirnya, Sinteyong bermain sebanyak 401 kali dan mencetak gol 99 gol dan memberikan 68 assist. Sinteyong kemudian mengakhiri karirnya sebagai pemain klub Australia Queensland Roar pada 2005. Sinteyong juga masuk dalam 11 pemain terbaik sepanjang masa Liga Korea dalam peringatan 30 tahun K-League pada 2013. Sinteyong mulai menjadi pelatih Timnas Indonesia pada Januari 2020. Ia menggantikan posisi yang ditinggalkan Simon McManamy, pelatih dari Skotlandia yang dipecat akibat rentetan hasil buruk yang diterima Timnas Indonesia hingga turunnya ranking FIFA. Mulai di tangan Sinteyong inilah Timnas Indonesia terus meningkatkan performanya dengan taktik dan cara bermain yang dianggap semakin baik.
With such a background, it is no surprise he brought massive change to Indonesian football scene. You know, one of the most impressive things about Sinteyong is how he completely changed the position of the Indonesian national team. Before he arrived, Indonesia struggled with consistency, both technically and mentally. But now, we can see a huge difference in their approach to the game. Scotland with more confidence, better structure, and real fight spirit. His ability to instill discipline and winning mentality is something Indonesia really needed.
Absolutely. You can see it not just in the senior team, but also in the young teams he has worked with. He's not just focused on winning matches. He's building a long-term foundation for Indonesian football. His emphasis on fitness, tactical awareness, and player development is making a real impact. The way he's integrated young players into the squad is incredible. Now, Indonesia is not just relying on experienced players, but also on talented young stars who are ready to compete at a higher level. If he stays for a few more years, I really believe he can take Indonesia to the new heights, maybe even to their first World Cup. Alright, let's go back to 2019. Indonesia was struggling and the PSSI was looking for a new head coach. How did Sinteyong become the top choice?
Well, PSSI wanted someone with international experience. Sinteyong head coach of South Korea at the 2018 World Cup, where he led them to a shocking 2-0 home against Germany. That put him on the PSSI radar.
Exactly, beating Germany was major. That's why I was so excited when Indonesia's team came. We finally got a world-class coach.
But Prisma, many fans want Luis Milla instead. He had already coached Indonesia before, and the players loved his attacking style.
Yeah, but Milla didn't have the same high-level experience as Sinteyong. He was good, but Sintayong is another level. His tactics, discipline, and experience with your development make him the perfect choice.
Pradeep, you agree?
Well, I see both sides. Mila had a strong connection with the player, but Sintayong found a different mindset. One that focused on fitness, discipline, and training methods, and a long-term development. It was a bold by move, PSSI.
Speaking of discipline, Sintayong introduced some through training methods. He even checked players' body fat percentage.
And that's why Indonesia improved. Before him, our players weren't physically strong enough. Now they can compete at higher level.
That's true, but it was not easy at first. Some players struggled with this method. His third style was the soccer.
But over time, we start seeing real progress, right?
Solidly, look at our recent performance. We're stronger, faster, and more disciplined. Sintayong has changed Indonesian football.
So, was it the right decision to hire him?
Honestly, yes. At first, I had doubt, but now I see the improvement. He's building a solid foundation for the future.
I knew it from the start. Sintayong is the best coach Indonesia has ever had.
Well, there you have it. A passionate debate about Sintayong's impact on Indonesian football.
This was totally unfair. The team was improving. Why would they fire Sintayong after everything he's done for Indonesia football? This man completely turns from the team. Before he came, we were struggling, but under him, we reached the AFF final, qualified for the Under-20 World Cup, and played with a whole new energy. And now, just like that, they kick him out. It made no sense.
I get your frustration as well. No one can deny his impact, but at the same time, we don't know the full story. Maybe there were international issues, or disagreement with the federation, or even long-term plan that we just are not aware of yet. Football is a business, and sometimes tough decisions are made whether we like them or not.
A business? Come on, bro. This is not just a business. This is about the future of our national team. You don't just find the best coach we have had in years without a solid reason. And who's going to replace him? No one will bring the same passion and discipline that he did. This is a disaster.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we understand. Calm down. It's true that Sintayong changed the mentality of the team. The players respect him, the fans adore him, and results will improve. But Radit also is not playing. We don't know what happened behind the scenes. Maybe there were disagreements about strategy, expectation, or even contract negotiations. It's frustrating, but we have to wait for more information.
Right. And the big question is, where does Indonesian football go from here? Where will this decision push the team forward, or will it set them back? That's what we're going to find out in the coming months. how much the player respects him. It's not about just a tactic, it's about trust.
Exactly. He built something special here.
You can really see how much we love him, not just as coach, but as a mentor. Look at this moment right here.
This kind of relationship between a coach and his player is real. Sintayong doesn't just give order, he connects with his squad. That is what makes him special.
And that connection translates into team chemistry on the field. The way the players fight for him, the way they respond to his guidance, it's real. They believe in his leadership.
Of course, he more than just a coach. He is like a father figure to them. He pushed them hard, but he also cares about them. Remember the time when he defended the team against harsh criticism?
Yes, I remember that. Instead of blaming the player after it closed, he took responsibility and said that this is on me. That kind of leadership earns respect.
Absolutely. And let's not forget how it changed the mentality of the team. Before they arrived, Indonesian football lacked consistency. Now, the player have a stronger mindset, and that's why we've seen major improvement.
Exactly. His influence is not just about tactics. It's about discipline, confidence, and a winning attitude.
And you can see how much the players appreciate him. Remember when they gave him that surprise celebration after we qualified from Asian Cup? The moment gave me goosebumps.
Yes, that was such a wholesome moment. It shows how much they value him, not just as a coach, but as someone who changed their careers.
Let's be real. Having a coach who believes in his player can change everything. It boosts their confidence. And that's why we're seeing Indonesia play with so much more determination.
One thing's for sure, he has earned the love and respect of the player, and fans alike.
Could not agree more. Thank you, Radit and Isma.
Anytime, and I'll always support Sintayong.
As we brought up, we want to take a moment to thank Coach Sintayong for everything he has done for Indonesian football.
Absolutely. He has completely transformed the team, giving us hope and making us proud. Coach Sin, thank you for your hard work, his dedication and passion.
This impact will be remembered. You strongly believe in the level of romance and potential. Thank you, Coach, for everything.
He brought a new level of discipline and energy to Indonesian football. His legacy will always be a part of the big story.
Well said. Sintayong, we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. This legacy will always be a part of this team's. Well said, Sintayong, we wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Well, never forget what you did for us.
Now, let's talk about the new guy, Patrick Kluivert. What do you think?
I think his experience, but will he connect with the other players like they did?
But let's be real, guys. The SS team wouldn't have met this dedication without a solid reason. Lea, what do you think? What is the right call?
Actually, I think it makes sense. With so many naturalized players from the Netherlands, having a Dutch coach like Patrick Kluivert might actually help. He speaks the language, understands European football at a high level, and has a winning mentality.
Winning mentality? Are we just ignore what Sintayong did for this team? He built chemistry, took us to the Asian Cup knockout, and we were actually competing. How do you replace someone like that?
I get what you're saying, this one. But communication is key, especially when you have so many new players coming in European leagues. Since struggle with them, and Kluivert is expected to break the gap.
So, now language is more than result. Football is both passion and tactics. Sintayong system work. Why change it now?
Because maybe the SST was more than just improvement. Maybe they were a team that can actually qualify for the World Cup.
Stick in philosophy. That's just another way of saying we're throwing away all the progress we made with Sintayong. Clifford fails, we'll have waste years of development.
But if he succeeds, what if he actually take Indonesia to the World Cup?
If he succeeds, that's a big gamble already. And even he does is justified treating Sintayong way, no loyalty at all.
Alright, let's slow down here. This the battle to all night. Fans, what do you think? So Sintayong has stayed armed, is Patrick Kluivert the right man or for the job?
So, Radit, you think Kluivert's presence is more than just his coaching skills? But Risma, you're saying it's all for show, right?
Exactly, Leah. Kluivert is a huge name, no doubt, but he has been underwhelming as a coach. His track record is not exactly stellar. He got fired from Adana Demirspor after just 5 months, and now suddenly he is chair of Indonesia national team.
But Risma, the situation is different here. Indonesia national team is evolving, especially with so many players from the Netherlands now in the squad. Players speak their language and understand their football culture. That could help bridge the gap and bring cohesion.
Right, but let's not forget Kluivert's assistant. Castle and Landa are coming along with him. They have been coaching as well. So, Kluivert will rely on them for technical guidance. Maybe he's more our figurehead in the setup. But that doesn't mean he doesn't bring value.
I don't buy it, Alif. I'm not saying he is useless, but the whole time smells like PR move. PSSE needed someone big, someone who could pull in those Dutch players, and Kluivert is the perfect thing. But when it comes to actual coaching, it's unspectacle.
It is not usual for a coach to rely on his assistant. Big names like Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp don't handle everything on their own. So maybe Kluivert does not have all the tactical details, but he could still be stronger.
I get that. But if Kluivert's only here for the image, doesn't it that still bring benefits to Indonesia? He's a massive name, and that could attract more talent to the squad. And let's be honest, if Kluivert starts winning, does it matter how much he's involved in tactics?
But if you Leah, that's a huge if. If this doesn't work, we're just back to square one, and all that time building with Sintayong will be wasted.
But Krishna, what if he does success? What if Kluivert leads the team to a World Cup that will silence a lot of critics? Don't you think?
Then I'll gladly get my words, but I'm not holding my breath.
So, Alif, after all that back and forth, I think we can both agree that this is a huge moment for Indonesia as well. With Patrick Kluivert at the helm, there's a lot of potential. The question is, will it be the right kind of change?
Absolutely, Leah. It is a big gamble, but it's also a very exciting one. The Dutch influence could bring a fresh style of play, especially with all the naturalized players in the squad. Kluivert is walking into a team with a lot of talent, and he could really help them level up.
Right, and let's not forget his experience at the highest level of football, both as a player and a coach. It's invaluable. Even if he's doing all the tactic work, his leadership and the relationships he can build with these players could make a big difference.
Exactly. It's not just about the tactics. It's about setting the tone for the squad, feeling that winning mentality, and reading the team social moments. If we can get the best of his players, that will be breakthrough Indonesian needs.
Speaking of breakthrough, I think the most important thing moving forward is that the team remains united. It's been the time of change, but if Kluivert can gel the squad and make them believe they can achieve something big, we might just see them in the World Cup sooner than expected.
Here's hoping, and let's also give him a warm welcome. The transition won't be easy, but if the fans, the player, and the SSE all get behind him, there's a lot of potential for growth. The next few moments will be crucial.
Definitely. So, to all the Indonesian football fans out there, let's give Patrick Kluivert the support he deserves. It's a new era for the national team, and we can't wait to see where his journeys take us.
And with that, we welcome Patrick Kluivert to the Indonesian national team fans. Let's keep the faith and dance to a great future.
Alright, as we wrap up, let's take a moment for some final thoughts. I think the key takeaway here is that change can be difficult, but it's also an opportunity. For the fans, it's important to remember that football is a result-driven business. And while we all love Sinteyong's work with the team, sometimes the new direction is necessary to take the team to the next level. The biggest lesson here, patience and support.
I couldn't agree more, Leah. Fans need to stay hopeful and give Kluivert the time and support he needs to implement his vision. The team has a lot of potential, and with the right leadership, we can achieve the good things. The team listen where everyone is just a process. Even when it feels uncoachable, progress doesn't happen overnight.
As a fan, I can understand the frustration with change, but looking at it objectively, I think we need to see results before passing judgment. The lesson for me is we should always be open to new ideas, even if they come with risk. If Kluivert delivers, I'll be the first to admit I was wrong.
And I think that's where the real focus should be on results. Whether you're a fan of Kluivert or not, the team needs to stay focused on what has sporting performance. The lesson I've learned from all of this is football. It's unpredictable, and sometimes we have to embrace change to reach greater heights. No matter what happens, let's stay united as fans and support the team.
Well said, everyone. The future of Indonesian football is definitely exciting. No matter the ups and downs, the team needs the support of its fans more than ever. Here's hoping this new era will bring the success everyone's been waiting for. Alright, let's lighten the mood. We'll give you clues and you guess the player. Ready?
Yes.
So, you guess who's here, okay? Whoever the first who raised the hand will be the first who will guess.
This player is Asnawi Maklawan.
Okay, next. My husband. Here you go.
This highly
Professor Tom.
Next one is the last one. Who is this?
This player is Saint Patinama.
Well done. The winner of this game is
for AFF Cup. This was one of PSSI's consideration in evaluating the coach performance. 2. Communication and leadership issues. PSSI Chairman Eric Thohir developed that there are communication issues between coach, player, and staff, and the need for stronger leadership to achieve the target of qualifying for the 2026 World Cup.
Any other question? Okay.
Hi, my name is Aulia. I want to ask, how did the public react to Sintayong dismissal by PSSI?
Okay, thank you for your question, Maria.
Sintayong's dismissal triggered emotional reaction from the Indonesian and South Korean media. Many consider the decision controversial. Sintayong dismissal spurred emotional reaction from the Indonesian and South Korean media. Many consider the decision controversial given the achievement the national team has made under his leadership, including a 2-0 win over Saudi Arabia in November. In addition, Sintayong should Shin Jae-won said that the SSE will regret this decision.
Okay, that's all for today's episode. Thanks for joining us on Sportcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Thank you.